Dominator. This B&M Floorless coaster doesn't look too dominating, and it looks below average for these types of coasters. But I came off floored from this Floorless coaster's forces, and now it ranks in as my new favorite B&M Floorless coaster. Find out why I loved this coaster in this review. B&M worked in the 1990s to become a premier manufacturer of coasters. They debuted the sit-down looping coaster with Kumba at Busch Gardens, and this coaster was praised for its strong inversions and pacing. In 1999, they debuted floorless trains with Medusa at Six Flags Great Adventure, and other parks quickly invested in more of these coasters, with 4 being built in 2000, with the largest being Superman Krypton Coaster at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. Dominator also got its start in 2000, when it was built and added to Six Flags Ohio as part of a 4 roller coaster expansion. Six Flags Ohio combined Geauga Lake with SeaWorld Ohio minus the orcas to create an absolutely massive park that Six Flags invested in to compete with the nearby Cedar Point. Although I wasn't riding larger coasters at the time of my visit to Six Flags Worlds of Adventure, they renamed it in 2001, I just remember the park being absolutely massive and incredible, especially for a Six Flags park. So it really is a shame that it did not survive. Dominator closed with the park in 2007, which had been bought by Cedar Fair by that point, and this coaster was moved to King's Dominion to give that park a B&M looping coaster, so at least it was able to live on by being placed next to the parking lot. Normally, these coasters have a predictable layout, though slight variations occur of a vertical loop, dive loop, inline twist, cobra roll, and then 2 corkscrews. Dominator has most of these, but instead focuses on more twists and turns, so it doesn't have as many inversions, and does have a slightly unique layout. After leaving the station, there are a few twists and turns on the pre-lift. This actually offered minor laterals and forces, so it was a fun little start, as normally these sections don't do anything fun on a B&M. After the lift hill, you have an oddly profiled drop, with a small trim break followed by a sharp twisted drop. Normally, these are large turning drops, but this is more compact, so it does offer solid drop feelings and is above average for these types of coasters. This blasts into, predictably, a vertical loop that offers decent though mild hang time, so not as good as Superman Krypton Coaster here. The benefit of this loop being smaller is that it has a bit more force in the valley going into and out of it. This leads into 2 turns that offer positive Gs, especially with how they're bent. So not necessarily good laterals on the turns, but instead some more sustained positive Gs, which is a bit unique for the turns. It does feel a little bit like you're wandering with these, but I enjoy the break and sustained forces that these elements offer. This leads into a cobra roll, which is average. Nothing too special, which is normally my take on this element. The pop into the brake run has a turn that's just really a turn, as it's less forceful than the previous ones. But there is a small airtime pop as you level off, which is surprising and enjoyable. Then the drop off the brakes is fun. These can be solid on some B&Ms, and this delivers with a nice pop of airtime. The 2 corkscrews are average, but that's a good thing for me as they don't beat me up terribly, so I appreciate the pace that these are taking at. There's also a bit of extra turning here, which helps break up this section compared to other B&Ms, and you can enjoy the speed and force that you have through the various turns, particularly that final helix that adds a nice final bit of forces before arriving back to the station to end your ride on Dominator. On this coaster, I came off feeling that my legs had been dominated. With the turns having decent to strong sustained positive Gs, it really does remind me a little bit of Alpengeist's sustained forces, and this caused my right knee to hurt when I got off, which wasn't the case when I rode Alpengeist, and I almost always had to walk down the stairs rather slowly. Overall, how good is Dominator? Given that snappy inversions aren't my preference, I do enjoy the toning down of inversions on a B&M Floorless, with a stronger focus on mild sustained positive Gs along with some turns and welcome throughout the layout. That combined with the airtime pops on the first drop and in and out of the brake run creates a solid experience that elevates this to my favorite B&M Floorless, even if I have to be careful walking afterwards. I rank it right above the other B&M Floorless coasters, placing it above Invader at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Invader offers a fun GCI coaster that combines smaller airtime pops with laterals for an aggressive though family accessible layout, and it was one of the better GCIs that I've ridden, at least in my opinion, as I really could enjoy its airtime. I rank Dominator right below Rapterra at King's Dominion, both in the park and my overall rankings. Rapterra offers a fun setting and has incredible re-ride value as each seat plays so differently. So it definitely could move up a bunch of spots if I'm ever able to get a lot of re-rides on it. I just didn't prioritize that on my visit to King's Dominion. The top hat is fun, especially in the right seat, and the flying feeling is well done, but it just doesn't have too many extra special elements to make it anything beyond a solid coaster, at least for me. What's your favorite experience been on Dominator? Does it hurt your knees or legs? What's your favorite B&M Floorless coaster out there? Let me know, and as always, Kap Kun Krap.